Hello, everyone. We just got out of Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning. But how final was it? Welcome back, everyone. If you know me, if you've been here for a minute, you know I love Mission Impossible. And if you haven't, hello. My name's Amanda, and I love Mission Impossible. So, going to see this movie after having to wait so long after Dead Reckoning happened was lovely, because I was waiting for forever, it felt like, and finally, the final reckoning is upon us. This is an immediate reaction video. So what that means is I'm just giving you guys my thoughts off the top of my head, no spoilers, spoiler free, and then we will be doing a full review where we'll be going into everything. And trust me, there's a lot to go into in this movie, so you're going to want to come back for that one. But for now, how did I think this movie was without spoiling it? Well, it was a good summation, I would say, of the journey we've been on for how many years? Like 30 years? 35 years? Yeah, I think. Or 30 years? Somewhere around there. It's been a long time. Basically, it's been a long time. And this movie, I think, does a good job, as you probably gathered from the trailer, of actually kind of going back and honoring the legacy of what's come before, which is something that I really appreciated about it and something that I really enjoyed. I do feel at times that while it is honoring the legacy, that can be a bit of a hindrance, but we'll get more into that in the spoiler review, because I got to talk about specific stuff to really get into that. The acting, once again, is just great. I think everyone in this film just really brought their A game, and you can tell that people, I feel like, on the team, it's just a good team of people. I feel like everyone that makes Mission Impossible, I feel like it's got to be a really good set. That's just the vibe I get when I watch these movies, especially some of the later ones. The stunts are insane. The stunts are magical. Some of them are just, it feels like it's not reality, but it's so real because you can tell that people are just doing stuff in this movie, which is something that I've always really loved and appreciated about Mission Impossible. And something that I just love about action in general. I really love practical stunts where people just go and do stuff. And they do it big in this film. They don't really hold any bars. No holds barred.
They don't hold back. It's no holds barred. Those are the sentences that you're trying to say.
Combining them.
You're combining
This
them.
is like what I was saying the other day when I said, I speak English and I speak it fluently, but that doesn't mean that I speak it well. The action is amazing, is what I'm saying. So you should definitely go see it on the biggest screen that you have access to, would be my advice to you. I saw this in IMAX, and the sound in this movie, you could feel the sound. You could feel the sound, and you will feel the anxiety and the adrenaline racing through your veins. That is something that I really enjoyed about the movie, is the just level of anxiety that I felt. Oh my gosh, there are some moments where I was sitting next to Duck, who was here with me, and I swear I was just curled up, contorted into some kind of ball. And that at one point, I think I was ready to I don't know, squeeze your arm off or something. I feel like I was but you were too. We were both just knotted up in our seats. We were both going through it. I also feel like something that I just was admiring while I was watching this film is how they can make it, I always know, I feel like we have a sense with Mission Impossible where they're going to go, right? Even with the last one. I thought I had a sense for where it was going to go. I'm not going to spoil it for you guys and tell you what that was, but I am going to say that I think I was pretty correct in where it went. So, yeah, I kind of knew where it was going. And it still, though, is the type of movie where anytime there's a fight, I feel that the stakes, the threat is very real to these characters. And I get very worried for who will live and who will die. This film still has that. It still has that element of danger, and like every sequence has it. It's crazy. Some films don't even have a tiny inkling of it. Some films do a whole thing and you're like, I felt no threat the entire time and they were fighting. So kudos to the movie for just having sequences that are suspenseful with big moments that matter. I feel like fights in this film are such a story. There's so much narratively that is being done with a fight, and they really just understand how fights are story. That is so clear in the film. We really go on a journey in this one, and I think the other thing I was pleasantly surprised by is I just felt that I actually connected a lot with these themes. I know this is going to sound weird as a person that works on the internet, but this film is like a little bit anti-internet, like not fully anti-internet or anything. It's not saying like if you're on the internet like you're dumb or anything like that, but it's just talking about like kind of the threat, I think, of what being online can do to us. And I think I really felt that. And as someone that works on the internet, trust me, I know what being on the internet all the time can do to you. And sometimes it does some really bad stuff to your brain. I say that as someone that is on the internet a lot.
Are you on the internet, Amanda?
Yeah, I'm on the internet right now.
You said it 3 times. As someone who's on the internet, you're definitely on the internet. Can confirm.
Can confirm. Well, for my overall rating, I think I would give this one, I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 5, I think. Based on the action, like even alone, and there's so much more in this movie to enjoy. What about for you, Duck? What would you give it?
Yeah, I think this is definitely a must-watch movie of the year from me.
Yeah.
5 out of 5.
5 out of 5. Wow. All right, we got some more 5 out of 5s. That's always nice. Tom Cruise is an insane man. We already knew this, but just a reminder, the man is insane. The things that he does in this movie, like, don't do this at home. That's for sure. You can't because you don't have the budget or the equipment, but man, some of the things that they did, especially in the final act, I was like, okay, that's crazy. That's just insane. And I love that this movie also takes us all over the place. And I love our team. Can I just say I love the team in it? The team is really lovely. And I will say, I hope this isn't the end. It could be. It would be a nice ending. But I hope we get more Mission Impossible in some capacity. I hope it does well. Everyone please go see it so it can do well and I can get more Mission Impossible, because I'm not ready to say goodbye. And one of my dreams as an actor has always been to like be in a Mission Impossible with Tom Cruise, ideally. My dream was to play Tom Cruise's daughter in a Mission Impossible movie. And I don't think that's going to happen, maybe, because I think Tom might be done. But I'd love to be in Mission Impossible regardless. I just feel like it's such a cool time, and I think if they do anything else with it, I could see Tom Cruise staying on as a producer at least, you know, and making more of these for other people. There's a lot of things you can say about Tom Cruise, but I will say just Tom Cruise as an actor, he's just such a lover of films, and as like a producer, like as someone that works in film, and I love that so much. I just love that he loves films. I've been seeing some of his comments on Sinners, and like, it's just so freaking cute, like how much he loves good movies. Yeah, so let me know down in the comments below what you're thinking of this movie. If you're going to go see it, what are your plans? You know, have you seen Dead Reckoning or not? Also, if you haven't, I'd recommend you see it. I really liked Dead Reckoning. I know it wasn't everybody's cup of tea, but I also just feel like a lot of people didn't even give it a chance and didn't see it. And it's amazing, I think. So that's my 2 cents. But let me know your thoughts. Let me know your plans. Let's try to keep it spoiler free down in the comments. And I will be back as well with a full review. I'll see you there. And until next time, friends, as always, stay nerdy. Bye. And check out my thoughts on Lilo and Stitch.